everyone. Today is going to be an interesting day. Right now it's 70 degrees, supposed to hit around 80 degrees. Humidity is about 93% right now, dew point's at 66, so it's going to be a real sticky morning. And then this afternoon the rain is going to come in and it's going to cool everything down. And then this will be probably the last day around 80 for the rest of the season, so let's get started.
Good morning. Yes, I'm wide awake. I'm just so tired.
Yeah, because we're at the end of our season, like we've been saying, and we're burned out.
I'm tired all the time. It doesn't matter if it's lawn season. Lawn season just makes me more tired.
Because we have too many things going on besides the lawn care. But the lawn care supports what we want to do, so that's what we have to do, I guess. Something like that. Anyhow, we're going to a yard that you've seen several times, and this is my test yard. Just because this yard grows so fast all the time. I mow the backyard at 3 inches, and it'll be overgrown again today. Every single week it's overgrown. If I mow it any higher than 3 inches, it's out of control. So I got the Gator Blades on both mowers. Vicki will be mowing the front, which that's no big deal. The front's no big deal. It's the backyard's the worst. So I'm going to get you set up in a backyard and we'll see what happens with these Gator Blades. Okay, we got over this yard, which I made a really big blunder here 2 days ago on my last video. But I took that belt and I flipped it so it was going a different direction. My brain wasn't thinking about a belt gets a memory. Because when I worked on snowmobiles and I was working as a mechanic at a snowmobile shop, when we took the belt off, we put an arrow with a paint pen on which way was facing out, because you had to put the belt on the same exact way or it would shred the belt. And this morning, I flipped that belt over 2 days ago, and I could not keep that belt on. It kept flopping off, flopping off, and flopping off, and I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So I took all the guards off, had Vicki get on the machine, and I was watching where it was coming off. It was coming off all different places. It was not in the same spot. And then I happened to look at the belt, and for some reason I happened to go back to the snowmobile shop and what you had to do. So as soon as I flipped that belt around, problem solved. So that's going to be something that I am not going to forget, because it cost us a lot of time over the past week with the belt flopping off all the time because it was reversed.
And every Tuesday when we go to this lawn, it's every Tuesday.
Because this is my test yard.
I am done mowing before he is, and all my trimming is done, and he's still fiddling around with that Protero bagger. It's like, come on already.
That's why I said this is my test yard. Because if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on this yard. So We lost about 45 minutes on this yard because of my fault, my mistakes, because I am nowhere near perfect, and I made a big blunder on my part. So.
And the grass is just super wet. We've been getting rain every day, and more rain's on its way. And we're trying to get done before the rain hits at 1 o'clock.
So we're getting all of our small yards done right away because we're going to zip through them, and then we'll go to the bigger yards as we can get to them.
And Mark changed the blades on the mowers, and I don't like them. Because this yard is my yard in the front, and I looked at that and I said, something's just not right with this. I cut it the same length every week, and it looked really tall. And come to find out, it was the blades that Mark put on.
And what's going on, them Gator blades do not stripe worth the darn. But they do a very good job of mulching up the leaves and everything else. They just don't stripe nothing. So next year I have a solution to that problem, and you'll see that next year. Yeah, probably this fall, maybe when I get some time. You'll be able to see that, what I'm going to do with that. So let's get on to our yards. Okay, something had just happened at our last yard. I was not planning on it going the way it did, but it did. We lost an hour because we were talking, which is fine because we got to talk to our customers anyhow. In our conversation, this lady now is going to go pay, starting next year, she's going to pay for the whole season. She likes that idea, and that way she doesn't have to worry about checks or nothing all summer long, because summers are busy because they're this long. So we're going to do an estimate of about how many cuts she's going to pay for the whole season, and if she goes over, that she'll be paying extra, or if she goes less, it'll just be a credit on her snow removal bill. So it's a good thing to be talking with people, and things change.
Well, for some people, it makes their life a little easier knowing that they don't have to worry about it. They know they're going to have the service anyways, and sometimes it's easier just to pay it all up front and not have to worry.
So that's we started last year. We started paying a bunch of them up front, and we're trying to get more and more to do the same exact thing.
Only because it was brought up to us from a company that mentioned that their client likes to pay in advance.
Yeah, a property management company mentioned it because that's the way they like to do, is pay for the whole season. So we're going to be doing that for quite a few more if we can. And do the best we can on that anyhow. So we're going to get rained on here real soon, so we're going to whip out as many yards as we can here.
Start it up.
just emptied out the bagger on the Gravely there, and we're going to take a little bit of a break because it's sprinkling and it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, but we're not sure if it's going to or not. So anyhow, I got to stop and get another belt so I can have a spare for that Protero, and then we'll go on from there. So now it is time for Vicky's question of the day.
Okay, so we have a few customers that they like to pay in advance for the season. Do you have any customers of your own that likes to pay in advance for the season for lawn mowing or snow removal?
Your answers down in the comment section will be greatly appreciated. So we're pretty much rained out for the day, and it's not going to be looking good for the rest of the week either. I think we're supposed to get 3 or 4 more days of rain in a row, but hopefully it rains like in the evening or something. We can get most of this stuff done because we got a lot to do, and this is our last real good week of mowing. So that's pretty much going to be it for us for today. Please leave a comment down in the comment section below, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified for our next video.
Thanks for answering our question of the day. Together we will learn more. Have a good evening. See you at the next lawn. Peace. Goodbye.